Underground pipes play a crucial role in modern commercial construction, serving as lifelines for essential utilities such as water supply, drainage, gas, and telecommunications. It's important to highlight the significance of understanding these different pipe systems that are in the ground today. So it's important for designers to have a good grasp of what they're designing around. So the first pipe type material we've got here is PVC pipe. Now, PVC pipe is very common in underground construction. It has its disadvantages and advantages. Main advantage is lightweight, so you can ship it and move it around fairly easily. It's easier to install, especially in deep trenches. It's also corrosion resistant. It's highly resistant to corrosion from acids, alkalis, and other chemicals commonly found in soil and wastewater, ensuring long-term durability. So PVC pipes have a smooth surface that reduces the friction and prevents buildup of sediment and debris, maintaining good optimal flows over time. It's also very cost effective. It's generally less expensive than metal or concrete pipes in terms of material costs and installation. Disadvantages to PVC are it's brittle in cold weather. So under real cold temperatures, it's got an increased risk of cracking or fracturing. It's limited temperature range. So PVC pipes have relatively narrow temperature range compared to other materials. They can soften or deform at high temperatures, limiting their suitability for hot water or steam applications. I guess that's both a disadvantage and an advantage. Being able to heat up the conduit, you can essentially use heat bending methods. Some utilities use this, and you can heat up the conduit and bend it to whatever angle you need. With large power cables, obviously you have a min and max diameter. You still want to abide by codes and regulations on what type of radius you're using there. Another pipe is HDPE. Now, this HDPE pipe is fairly new. It's flexible and it's mainly used in sewer systems, drainage, or even electrical systems. It's sustainable to sunlight damage. The next pipe we've got is concrete. Now, concrete is very durable. It's really heavy, so that is a kind of a disadvantage in some sense. And then, but obviously, if you're looking for durability, you're gonna want a concrete jacket. I see a lot of utilities when they're replacing sections of pipe and they need to maintain clearance off of another utility, they'll concrete jacket their pipes, which allows for less of a radial clearance to that adjacent utility. Concrete's predominantly used in storm drains and culverts. It's very common. You'll see this in the ground a whole bunch. Next pipe we've got is steel. Again, it's very strong and durable, corrosion prone. It's mainly used in gas lines and water mains. Moving on to the next pipe, we've got ductile iron. Back in the day, I think it used to be gray cast iron pipe, which was less flexible. And I'm talking like 100 years ago was the standard to use for water mains and sewer lines. So this stuff is still in the ground. It's got that high strength. It's very durable. So you'll run into the gray cast iron every now and then. But the difference between gray cast iron and ductile iron is ductile iron does have a higher strength compared to gray cast iron, making it more resistant to external loads and internal pressure. It's more flexible. Ductile, meaning flex. It allows it to withstand minor ground movement and settlement without cracking or breaking, which is nice. It's corrosion resistant. And again, it's got that durability. The next pipe we've got here is copper. You'll see this a lot with water supply and gas lines. Copper is obviously very expensive compared to its competitors, but it is corrosion resistant and it's a little less common than what you'd see for water supply lines. Now, clay, this I haven't ran into a whole lot. It's used mainly in sewer lines and drainage, but it's got some disadvantages. It's pretty fragile. It cracks. It's like a ceramic. So yeah, it's going to be a lot more fragile. And it is really good for chemicals. So that's something that some utilities use. Fiberglass, this is less common as well, mainly used in chemical conduits or sewers. It's very expensive. You won't see this as much, but it also has that corrosion resistant advantage. Cast iron, we had talked about, you'll run into this still today, but it's being replaced by the ductile iron. Aluminum is very rare just because of the cost, but it is very lightweight and used in irrigation and drainage. So that's what I've got. Thanks.